Hello there. Today we'll be studying the poem From a Railway Carriage by Robert Louis Stevenson. This poem is just a short, sweet story that uses a lot of nice techniques to create an enjoyable scene. So let's begin. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle. All through the meadows the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain, fly as thick as driving rain. And ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse, and gone forever. So the content of this poem is very easy to understand. It's simply the sights someone sees as they are traveling in a train, looking out of the carriage. Now, a key feature of this poem that you could definitely tell by listening to the reading was the distinctive rhythm. Each line of the poem has a similar amount of syllables, so that creates a nice even rhythm that continues throughout the entire poem. Now also, the rhyme scheme of the poem is very even as well, so we can see that there's witches and ditches, battle and cattle, plain, rain, I, by. It's got a very AABB poem, that's what it's called, because each line rhymes with the one straight after, in pairs. Now some other techniques that we can note are there's a lot of repetition in this poem. Faster than fairies, faster than witches. Okay. Now, when you repeat something, it simply emphasizes a point. Okay. So, if the carriage is faster than fairies, faster than witches, it just highlights how fast it is. Similarly, when we say all through the meadows, the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain, the repetition of all makes it seem like you can see so much through this railway carriage. You can see everything. And finally, there's more repetition of here is a child, here is a tramp, here is a cart, here is a mill, again showing that you can see so many things through this railway carriage. I'll just erase all of that and show a new technique. We can see a few similes in this poem as well. Similes, I should say. So similarly, we see the train charging along like troops in a battle. So this comparison of our fast railway carriage, like a bunch of men going to battle, allows us to create a better image in our head of the scene. And all of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. Okay, so think of a really huge thunderstorm, the rain driving down. We're flying through the plain as thick as driving rain. Okay, so another simile there, so we can picture the thickness. Now this poem also utilizes a lot of our senses. Okay, a lot of this imagery is visual imagery, but we've also got examples of oral description here. Okay, when we fly by a station, it whistles by, so we can hear that. And also, if we've got a child clambering and scrambling, gathering brambles, we can always imagine that feeling of scrambling along the floor or picking up sticks and leaves. Okay, so this poem is just really descriptive and allows us to picture this scene, looking out of a train, seeing so many different sights, and all of our senses are stimulated. So that's why I chose this sweet poem from a railway carriage.